Welcome everyone to our podcast session on a fun English lesson about talking about your hobbies and free time activities.
I'm really excited about this because it's a great topic to learn for real everyday situations.
Absolutely, we're diving into, how to describe what you like I like music or I like reading books in simple everyday English.
Yep, right. And it's super straightforward. The lesson starts off by focusing on the verb to like. It's all about enjoyment, saying what you enjoy doing.
Exactly. The idea is to form sentences like I like, then it's a hobby. For instance, I like watching movies becomes a neat way to share a bit about yourself.
And they even show you how to form the negative, which is I don't like something. Though I noticed an amusing slip, like saying I don't loud noise instead of I don't like loud noise. It's a simple error made for practice, right?
Yes, that quirky mistake makes it memorable for beginners. It highlights how even small missteps can change the meaning. And then there's the question form, like, what do you like? A basic but, crucial question for starting conversations.
Yeah, right on. It's amazing how asking simple questions opens up so much opportunity to connect with someone. Like, imagine meeting a new friend and asking, what do you like? Instantly, you're setting the stage for an engaging conversation.
Exactly. It's really about breaking the ice with what you're passionate about. And then they move on to discussing various hobbies, right?
Right, exactly. Yes, they cover a range of hobbies, from listening to music and watching movies to playing sports like football or cricket, and even something relaxing like reading books.
True. It's like they're providing a little vocabulary pack. Oh, and the examples really encourage repetition for practice. For example, I like listening to music, repeated to get it right.
Absolutely. And then there's mention of theater or cooking. It shows that hobbies can be active like sports or calming like reading. So it caters to different personality types.
Yeah, exactly. It covers a broad range, encouraging learners to express themselves. Even then, there's practice where you're prompted to say your own hobby in a full sentence, like I like playing video games, or I like watching movies.
And that's practical because it gets you using these phrases in real life situations. When you're out with friends or meeting new people, you can easily share what you enjoy.
Absolutely. Moving on, the lesson then introduces simple conversational exchanges. For instance, they simulate a mini dialogue. Leo asks Sarah, what do you like? And she responds with her hobby. Then Leo replies. It's like a mini role play.
Yes, exactly. These short conversations are perfect for beginners to get comfortable. And it's also a great way to practice intonation and natural speech rhythms.
Oh, and here's an interesting point. After someone answers, you can, show your interest by saying things like, that's nice, or cool. It encourages you to add a bit of reaction to the dialogue.
That's true. Yeah, but I do wonder, do you think this repetitive style might get a bit monotonous for some learners? I mean, sometimes a bit of variety can help too.
That's a fair point. Sure, it might feel too repetitive if overdone, but for true beginners, repetition is key. It builds confidence before you move on to more complex structures.
Exactly, yeah. Fair enough. It's like learning any new language where you need that muscle memory, right? The repetition cements the basics.
Exactly. And then the lesson wraps up with a practice session. Here you're asked to repeat phrases like, I like reading books, or I like playing football. This practice part is very interactive.
Right on, exactly. And then there's the question practice. What do you like? Plus, what do you do in your free time? Which are essential prompts for everyday conversations.
Yes, it paves the way for engaging in small talk, which is the bread and butter of actually using English socially.
Absolutely. And don't forget the positive reply structure like that's nice or cool. It ensures patience and positive reinforcement among learners.
Precisely. It's like a complete package, a structured lesson that takes you from knowing a verb to actually having a short conversation. It's simple, but so effective.
Yeah. And the lesson even gives a neat little homework assignment. Think about your hobby and practice in front of a mirror. That's a neat trick to boost confidence.
Oh yeah, practicing in front of a mirror is like watching yourself in action. It's like having your own personal coach.
Right, exactly. I think This lesson is a great example of how practical language learning can be. Instead of endless grammar drills, you get to talk about topics you actually care about, like hobbies.
Exactly. And it really shows how language is about connection. You share something personal and then invite others to share too. Imagine asking, "What do you like?" and suddenly sparking a conversation.
Yeah, that's a great point. Also, by keeping it simple with essential vocabulary and structures, it eases beginners into the language without overwhelming them with complexity.
True, and it builds a solid foundation. Once you have that confidence saying, "I like," you can expand your vocabulary and even start adding adjectives, like, "I like exciting games," or "I like relaxing reads."
Definitely. And I'd say it's not just about the language structure, it's almost like learning to be social in a new language. You learn to introduce your interests and open up conversations.
Exactly. It's a soft approach. Start with what interests you and let that flow into conversation. And it goes to show that learning English isn't just memorizing words, it's embracing a way of connecting.
Right, that's a lovely take. One thing that I subtly challenge here is sometimes the examples might be too generic. I mean, everyone likes music or movies. But what if someone's hobby is a bit more unique?
I get that, but I think for beginners, it's about getting comfortable. Starting with common hobbies makes it less intimidating, and once learners are comfortable, they can always branch out.
True. Exactly. It's like starting with the basics before you venture into more colorful, diverse expressions.
And the overall pacing is designed so that there's time for repetition, reflection, and then practice. It really takes you on a journey from learning vocabulary to using it in like a meaningful conversation.
Right, exactly. Yes, and it's that layered approach, introducing a concept, then practicing, then applying it, is what makes the lesson so dynamic.
Absolutely. And remember, practice always builds precision. So if you say, "I like cooking" a few times, soon you'll be ready to expand it into more complex sentences like, "I love cooking Italian food," and so on.
Yeah. And that's really the takeaway. Building confidence and communication in a language can be done in easily digestible, fun steps.
Right, it's all about taking those small steps. And before you know it, you're comfortably chatting about your hobbies at a party or even in a job interview where they ask about your interests.
Absolutely, exactly. So, just to recap, the key learnings are using the verb to like, forming statements with it, practicing negatives and questions, and then using that in small dialogue exchanges.
Yes, that's it. It's simple, engaging, and super practical. And like we always say, practice makes perfect. With just a little effort, you'll be comfortable sharing your hobbies with anyone.
Right on. And with that, our deep dive into this fun lesson comes to an end. I really enjoyed discussing this practical approach to language learning.
Me too. It's like having daily doses of easy English that really keep you engaged and learning step by step.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for joining us in this discussion. Next time, we can explore even more fun topics, maybe even something about cultural expressions in English.
Sounds perfect. Keep practicing those "I like" sentences, ask someone, "What do you like?" and keep the conversation going.
Yep, definitely. And remember, every conversation is a step forward in your English journey.
Exactly. Till next time, stay curious, stay engaged, and keep enjoying your hobbies and your English.
Indeed, keep learning. Goodbye, everyone, and happy practicing.